You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. My alma mater was books, a good library. I could spend the rest of my life reading, just satisfying my curiosity. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who is for or against. I'm a human being, first and foremost, and as such I'm for whoever and whatever benefits humanity as a whole. Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. People don't realize how a man's whole life can be changed by one book. Sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. To me, the thing that is worse than death is betrayal. You see, I could conceive death, but I could not conceive betrayal. If someone puts their hands on you, make sure they never put their hands on anybody else again. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed, and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Usually when people are sad, they don't do anything. They just cry over their condition. But when they get angry, they bring about a change. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone, but if someone puts his hand on you, send him to the cemetery. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent, and that's power. Because they control the minds of the masses. So early in my life, I had learned that if you want something, you had better make some noise. We cannot think of being acceptable to others until we have first proven acceptable to ourselves. Hence I have no mercy or compassion in me for a society that will crush people, and then penalize them for not being able to stand up under the weight. Truth is on the side of the oppressed. If you have no critics, you'll likely have no success. If you're not ready to die for it, take the word freedom out of your vocabulary. We need more light about each other. Light creates understanding, understanding creates love, love creates patience, and patience creates unity. The ability to read awoke inside of me some long-dormant craving to be mentally alive. Don't be in a hurry to condemn because he doesn't do what you do or think as you think or as fast. There was a time when you didn't know what you know today. The only way we'll get freedom for ourselves is to identify ourselves with every oppressed people in the world. We are blood brothers to the people of Brazil, Venezuela, Haiti, Cuba, yes, Cuba too. To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. A wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. Why am I as I am? To understand that of any person, his whole life, from birth must be reviewed. All of our experiences fuse into our personality. Everything that ever happened to us is an ingredient. How can you thank a man for giving you what's already yours? How then can you thank him for giving you only part of what is yours? I believe that there will ultimately be a clash between the oppressed and those who do the oppressing. I believe that there will be a clash between those who want freedom, justice and equality for everyone and those who want to continue the system of exploitation. I believe that there will be that kind of clash, but I don't think it will be based on the color of the skin. I see America through the eyes of the victim. I don't see any American dream, I see an American nightmare. Children have a lesson adults should learn, to not be ashamed of failing, but to get up and try again. Most of us adults are so afraid, so cautious, so safe, and therefore so shrinking and rigid and afraid that it is why so many humans fail. Most middle-aged adults have resigned themselves to failure. We declare our right on this earth, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary. You can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The greatest mistake of the movement has been trying to organize a sleeping people around specific goals. You have to wake the people up first, then you'll get action. You don't stick a knife in a man's back 9 inches and then pull it out 6 inches and say you're making progress. No matter how much respect, no matter how much recognition, whites show towards me, as far as I am concerned, as long as it is not shown to every one of our people in this country, it doesn't exist for me. It's just like when you've got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What do? You integrate it with cream, you make it weak. But if you pour too much cream in it, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak. It used to wake you up, now it puts you to sleep. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. I believe in the brotherhood of man, all men, but I don't believe in brotherhood with anybody who doesn't want brotherhood with me. I believe in treating people right, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to treat somebody right who doesn't know how to return the treatment. I believe in recognizing every human being as a human being, neither white, black, brown, or red, and when you are dealing with humanity as a family, there's no question of integration or intermarriage. It's just one human being marrying another human being, or one human being living around and with another human being. And when I speak, I don't speak as a Democrat, or a Republican, nor an American. I speak as a victim of America's so-called democracy. You and I have never seen democracy, all we've seen is hypocrisy. When we open our eyes today and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. I'm sorry to say that the subject I most disliked was mathematics. I have thought about it. I think the reason was that mathematics leaves no room for argument. If you made a mistake, that was all there was to it. Concerning nonviolence, it is criminal to teach a man not to defend himself when he is the constant victim of brutal attacks. In fact, once he is motivated, no one can change more completely than the man who has been at the bottom. I call myself the best example of that. And just because you have colleges and universities doesn't mean you have education. You don't have to be a man to fight for freedom. All you have to do is to be an intelligent human being. Nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you take it. Don't condemn if you see a person has a dirty glass of water, just show them the clean glass of water that you have. When they inspect it, you won't have to say that yours is better. Anytime you find someone more successful than you are, especially when you're both engaged in the same business, you know they're doing something that you aren't. It has good to keep wide open ears and listen to what everybody else has to say, but when you come to make a decision, you have to weigh all of what you've heard on its own, and place it where it belongs, and come to a decision for yourself. You'll never regret it. But if you form the habit of taking what someone else says about a thing without checking it out for yourself, you'll find that other people will have you hating your friends and loving your enemies. I am a Muslim, because it's a religion that teaches you an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It teaches you to respect everybody, and treat everybody right. But it also teaches you if someone steps on your toe, chop off their foot. And I carry my religious axe with me all the time. You get your freedom by letting your enemy know that you'll do anything to get it. Then you'll get it. It's the only way you'll get it. Despite my firm convictions, I have been always a man who tries to face facts, and to accept the reality of life as new experience and new knowledge unfolds it. I have always kept an open mind, which is necessary to the flexibility that must go hand in hand with every form of intelligent search for truth. I've had enough of someone else's propaganda. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it is for or against. I'm a human being first and foremost, and as such I'm for whoever and whatever benefits humanity as a whole. One day, may we all meet together in the light of understanding. As long as you are convinced you have never done anything, you can never do anything. There is nothing in our book, the Quran, that teaches us to suffer peacefully. Our religion teaches us to be intelligent. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone, but if someone lays a hand on you, send him to the cemetery. I remember one night at Muzdalifah with nothing but the sky overhead. I lay awake amid sleeping Muslim brothers, and I learned that pilgrims from every land, every color, and class, and rank, high officials and a beggar alike, all snored in the same language. I have often reflected upon the new vistas that reading has opened to me. I knew right there in prison that reading had changed forever the course of my life. As I see it today, the ability to read awoke inside me some long-dormant craving to be mentally alive. It is only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. America needs to understand Islam, because this is the one religion that erases from its society the race problem. Throughout my travels in the Muslim world, I have met, talked to, and even eaten with people who in America would have been considered white, but the white attitude was removed from their minds by the religion of Islam. I have never before seen sincere and true brotherhood practiced by all together, irrespective of their color. Read absolutely everything you get your hands on, because you'll never know where you'll get an idea from.